Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin and welcome to a 10-minute morning yoga class to wake up and feel energized. It's good for all levels. Some poses might be a bit challenging for beginners, but I'm going to make sure I give you simpler modifications. So let's start. Let's start standing up into mountain pose. Come to the top of your mat, just one foot away. Hands next to your thighs, close your eyes. Feet together, heels slightly apart. And feel long here, feel tall, all the way to the crown of your head. Now right hand on top of your chest, left hand on top of your belly. And we're gonna take 3 deep breaths in, and with every inhalation, feel you're becoming more energized. And with every exhalation, push everything that doesn't serve you away. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Great, now hands down and interlace your fingers over the top of your head and turn your palm looking into the ceiling and really stretch here your entire body. Draw your ribs in, your floating ribs. And let's lean towards the right side. Stretch our left oblique here. Waking up our body in the morning. Inhale. Come to center. Exhale. Lean towards the left. Morning practices are a great way to set the tone for the day. To have an intention that you can always come back to. Inhale. Back to center. Exhale. Hands down. Now let's come into Utkatasana or chair pose. So sit low, bend your knees, and lift your hands up next to your ears. You can choose to have your hands here or in front of your heart. And sit low, align your knees on top of your ankles, and try to tuck your tailbone in posteriorly. And draw your inner thighs together so you can activate your adductors here. And slightly look forward or up. Practitioners can come onto their toes and lift their heels up. Beginners can stay in the regular chair pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, now hands on the mat, come to your forward fold. And beginners or people with sciatic nerves, they can have bent knees, bend your knee, it's okay. Just make sure there's no tension on the back here. Loosen your hamstrings. Now, let's take our left leg back and rest your knee onto the mat. Point your toes, your back toes, and make sure your right knee is on top of your right ankle in 90 degrees. Press your back leg firmly on the mat so you don't have all the pressure on your knee. And sink your hips here. Lift your chest up. And try to square your hips. So think of pushing your right hip back while pulling your left hip forward. Now hands on the hips. And inhale, come up to center. Now, you can choose to have your arms on your hips, or you can do inhale, hands up, exhale, and lean forward, arms into cactus shape. So either arms in cactus shape or on the hips. Inhale, up, exhale, lean forward, cactus shape. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Sink your hips lower. Inhale, exhale. Stay here just for a few breaths. Perfect. Now come back to center. And now let's hook our left elbow against our right thigh and push back. Twist your spine here from your navel all the way up to your spine. Coming into a Parivrtta Anjalyasana, revolved low lunge. Great. Now, from here, hands on the mat, curl your back toes under, lift your knees, and you can bring your back leg closer and use your core to lift up here, hands on your hips, and square your hips forward here. You can choose to have your hands on the hips, or you can lift your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands to the side and rotate your torso or trunk towards the right side. Keep leaning onto your front leg. Just make sure it's in 90 degrees. Great. Now, from here, inhale, hands up, and exhale. Lean forward with your trunk over your right thigh. Stay here. You can have your arms extended overhead or into the back or on your hips. Perfect. Now, hands on the mat. Step your right leg back, coming into a downward facing dog. Practitioners can take their flow, while beginners can rest their knees on the mat, chest and chin on the mat. Lift your hips up, coming into cobra pose. Rest your belly, activate your upper back muscles, and let's come into downward facing dog. Stretch your sides here. If you want to take a break, you can pause the video and rest into child's pose and then come back. Now let's do the other side. Look between your palms and step your left leg forward. And you can rest your right knee onto the mat, point your toes out. Again, make sure you're stepping your left knee on top of your left ankle. Sink your hips lower. Now inhale, come up to center, either hands on the hips or hands up. Exhale, lean forward, come into cactus shape. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. It's okay to wiggle. Last time, inhale, exhale. Open your heart here. Inhale, up, back to center. Now, hands at your heart, palms together. And now, hook your right elbow against the outer side of your left thigh and try to look back. Removed low lunge. Exhale from here, both hands on the mat. Curl your right toes under, lift your back knee up, and now use your core. Either you can stay here or bring your back leg closer. And now use your core to lift up. Square your hips. Make sure you're still leaning onto your front leg. Practitioners, if they want to intensify, they can come into warrior one. As for beginners, they can stay in the high lunge. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the side. And now, rotate your torso towards the left side. Twisted high lunge. Remember to lean a little bit extra over your front leg. We tend to stretch our front leg a bit when we come into a pose. Great, now hands up. Again, you can choose to have your hands on the hips or hands back or hands extended overhead. Now lean your trunk forward. Draw your floating ribs in. Stay strong. Excellent, everyone. Now hands on the mat. Come into downward facing dog. And have your flow. Rest your hands on the knee. Chin and chest. Come into cobra. Sternmannsgard, fold 8 limbs pose. And now come back into a downward facing dog. Now really lift your hips up here to extend your back. the sides of your back. Now rest your knees on the mat and sit back. Bring your legs forward. And let's come into Navasana, our boat pose. So beginners can have their hands on the mat. Practitioners, of course, can have their hands up, straight legs. So let's start. Inhale, bring your legs up and engage your core here. Practitioners can have their hands up as well. Just try to sit on your sit bones and try to, as much as you can, to draw your back ribs in so you don't slouch. Great, now legs down. And let's come into a supine pose. So let's move onto our backs. And bend your legs at the knee and lift your legs up as if there's a wall to cool down your body. This posture is great for regulating your parasympathetic nervous system, and it reduces migraine, stress, and anxiety as well. Perfect. Now let's hold our big toes with our big hands. Take your hands in between your knees and lift your ankles up in the same line. Align it with your knees. I'm using my elbows to push my knees away from me while bringing in my feet towards each other. Make sure your lower back is on the floor. And be proud of yourself here for coming this far. You can always come back to your intention of the day. Great, now bring your both legs down on the floor and open your arms to the sides. Bring your knees in towards your chest and drop your knees towards the left side while looking at your right hand. Inhale, back to center, exhale, drop it on the other side. So right side this time and look at your left hand. Inhale, back to center, exhale. Now let's roll onto one side, whichever side you prefer, and push the floor away to come into our seated pose, Chukasana. And bring your hands into your heart, front of your chest. Close your eyes and feel the impact of the practice on your mental, physical, and emotional being. What just 10 minutes a day can do to your entire nervous system. Now let's end this session with one chant of Om. Inhale. Namaste everyone. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you feel much more energized and ready for the day ahead. Please write in the comments below your intention of the day and please subscribe.